So no, this is not a sun's out, guns out situation here. It's not sunny and it's still very cold. We're still very much in winter, you know. But one of our favorite sudsers in the whole entire world and moderators here on the YouTube things, Kaylee, she's training for a half marathon and one of those crazy, you know, triathlon, not, like where they crawl around in mud and stuff. I'm not real clear on those details, but anyway, I told her that I would run with her in solidarity every day, like not together because we don't live in the same place. Although, should got a room for you, Kaylee. It's just waiting. And so I just finished running, and my running is indoors on my treadmill, and it's really hot, so I don't wear proper shirts. So that's what's going on with the exposed arms way too early in the season. Everyone go wish Kaylee, all the luck in the world and all the motivation and tell her that she can do it because she totally can do it. And that's all that I have to say right now. But I will tell you what the video is and what scent we are testing and all the things in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You were at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you were here for week 13 of year 3. This week we have been testing Sierra Candle's new scents that were sent to me in an order, and yesterday's scent was so delightful. It was very nice, kind of light with the sandalwood and whatever, but it had a very lovely magical scent blend to it. And this particular scent should also have the same magical scent blend just based on the name, because it's called Spirit of Nightshade. So it should definitely be magical. And I think this one says it has like top notes of tonka bean and sandalwood and lavender and stuff. We'll go through that in the video. But when I first smelled it in the bottle, I kind of went, oh, I don't know about this. Don't know if I like it. And then my nose started, clearing up after being sick for so long. And I decided that I really quite did like it and was therefore excited to use it in soap. So that is what we are doing today. Let's go to the video and we can test this new scent and get my final thoughts on all of it, there. Ooh, after that run, I am so, energetic. I really don't want to be sitting. So good on me that this video is kind of short. So, Spirit of Nightshade from Sierra Candles. Amazing scent, for sure. Very interesting blend. And it actually says so in the description, which I will quote right now. Quote, a really unique fragrance with essence of sandalwood, tonka bean, lavender, and vanilla. This is a great unisex fragrance. Floral enough to be feminine and woody enough to be masculine. End quote. But, I'm still going to continue just reading directly off the website. So the top notes are lavender leaf, citrus blossom, middle notes tonka bean, cashmere cedar, bottom notes vanilla cream, smooth sandalwood. Soaping notes say medium acceleration, no ricing, discolors to a medium brown with the vanillin content of 4.8. So, as you all know, if you've been here for a minute, I really love leaning into the discoloration of the fragrances to sort of guide my design. So, what I did with this one, as you could see at the very beginning there, copious amounts of kaolin clay went directly into the soaping oils. And then I am just separating a portion of the batter, doing the exact same pour that I did yesterday, right, with the thin lines, except I forgot, a kind of important piece to that one, which you will see in a minute. But I just separated a portion of it, about a third of the batch, and colored it with red rum from Mad Micas. Can't believe I forgot the name of my very favorite mica company. So there's that. And I did put the scent into both, portions of the soap. So in the white and in the red rum color, because I knew it was going to discolor. So again, copious amounts of kaolin clay to try to prevent the discoloration a little bit, you know, within the actual white, knowing that it's going to discolor somewhat because it says that it's going to, but maybe that kaolin is going to help it stay lighter than the middle. So let's check out the pour and see what I missed. So as you may know, if you've been around for a little bit, I absolutely love really, really thin fluid batter. It's a very, it is my way to pour soap. I just enjoy it a lot. I don't like thick batter. It stresses me out. We all have our different ways of soaping, and mine is soaping just literally at emulsion, which, as you can see, based on the thinness of this batter, that is what that is. Very, very thin. And this entire process is so satisfying, laying down these beautiful, very thin lines with a very light hand, light and steady, back and forth. And what this is doing with the actual design is pretty cool. While you are pouring the contrasting color over, you know, your base color over and over again, really light hand, continuing to basically go over the same line you just did, a couple swipes, and then just slightly move it. What that is doing to the first layer is creating these little points. And so you have the points of, like in this case, the red rum mixed into the white, and vice versa. As you continue to empty, you know, the container that your accent color is in, eventually all of the base color, the first color, will be completely covered up by that second color. And you can essentially do this with as many layers as you would like, but eventually you end up with a solid section of your second color, and the places where they all connect, these really cute little pointy layers. Beautiful, beautiful pour for being like such a satisfying pour. Like when I do pours like this, I just sort of zone out, right? I'm listening to my music, which is always Taylor Swift, obviously. I got to get ready for the Eras Tour, you know? It's the Eras Tour. That suggests that I am required to know, you know, at a moment's notice, songs from all 10 of her albums, which doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, except for it kind of is, because she re-recorded a lot of albums and dropped new songs for those re-records. So then it becomes this big thing where it's like, okay, you have to remember the original songs, but she did them differently this time. And the point is, I zone out and I get to clear my mind and, you know, think about things, and ideas for my next pour come while I'm doing. Anyway, it's a delightful pour. I love it. What's your favorite type of pour? Really? Because this is mine, is the answer to that. I'm super into this. But yesterday, after I did this thin lines and I then, you know, laid my second or the rest of my first color down, I then took a hanger to all of it. And with this one, I don't know. I was feeling some kind of way and I was just zoning out, and I don't know why I forgot to, but I did not use the hanger for this soap. So it does not match. It's not going to match the soap that I did yesterday, you know, with the hanger swirls, but that's okay. Look, this is still very satisfying and beautiful, and I still had a great time. I guess like the overarching theme for all of this, the theme for my spring line, is I had no real plan of attack with it. And I really didn't. I had placed an order with Sierra, and, you know, Dana had reached out to me by email to ask about a custom scent blend that I had requested she make for me for a wholesale account. And she had reached out by email to say, you know, hey, I want to send you some samples. I'm like, excellent timing. I'm about to place an order. So she popped them in with that, you know, order, and I got these, and I'm like, well, now this is my spring line. And there was no rhyme or reason to any of this, is the point. Okay, now on to the cut of this, and as you can see, I did C-pop and gel, and also the top looks weird because I put my plastic wrap on top, and it got smooshed into the top of the soap, but that's okay. I don't care. It makes the top of the soap look fun anyway. And yeah, you can already see that discoloration is starting to happen within the white, but it's not suggesting that it's going to go so super brown as, you know, the middle. So I'm still going to get essentially like a caramel color on the top and the bottom, and a really beautiful kind of red bronzy type color in the middle, which is lovely. And the, you know, inside the design there without the swirls, it's also lovely. Isn't that cute with all these cute little points? Really, really love this pour. It's such a good time. And I think it's actually ultimately fine that I ended up not having the, you know, hanger swirl within all of it, because it's pretty anyway. Do keep in mind regarding, you know, trying to work with discoloration in your favor and hoping that things stay lighter than the other if you're continuing to put that scent, if you're going to put that fragrance into the parts that you want to stay lighter, understand that you need to be okay with the fact that it might still all discolor to a very dark color. So just keep that in mind. If you're willing to potentially have nothing that resembles this at all, and maybe just a big bar of brown at the end of it, then that's fine. Play with it. For the actual scent retention with all of this, the Cat 9, the scent load for this, for Cat 9, which is what we are, is 47% for this particular guy. So it's, you can do whatever, and that's awesome. And for me, this was absolutely delightful, and it stayed really, really potent at like 8%. So I'm not at all worried about that. It was really, really beautiful to work with. Absolutely lovely pairing with yesterday's scent for sure. And again, I'm not super duper mad that I didn't end up getting the, pretty little hanger swirls and all that, because that looks really yummy. Yeah, so you can definitely see just now, because I just cut this, that it is going to discolor to, really what the sides are and whatnot. It is going to darken up quite a bit. And I love that. I definitely planned that within the design. So using the red rum in for just the middle part here, and then just letting the discoloration do its thing for the top and the bottom, it's going to yield a really pretty bar. And I do love the swirls. I had meant to actually take the hanger to these and do, the cool little hanger swirls like I did for yesterday's bar, but I forgot. And I don't know, I like the pointy layers just as much. I think they're very, very lovely. I'm very excited for this. As far as the scent retention goes, I would say it definitely retains a lot better than yesterday's, for sure. And the lavender is the first thing that comes to mind, or that comes to the nose first. And then it definitely has a nice, like, tonka bean dry down. So I love that. It's a delightful scent blend for sure. I think this is something that can be in your line all year long. I am putting it in my spring line. So yeah, we're going to go with can be there all year long. And speaking of my spring line, if you're interested, they'll be up in a couple weeks at soapandclay.com, so you can check them out there for sure. If you've been here for a minute, you know that I love Sierra candles. I mean, they're local to me, so that's a big bonus for me needing to get stuff right away. Also, so is Brambleberry, local to me. And I don't do a lot of recommending stuff from Brambleberry, but I do a lot of recommending stuff from Sierra Candles, because they really do have amazing scents. They have amazing products, and they've become one of my favorite, fragrance suppliers out there. So definitely check out their new stuff for sure, and all of the things. This is not sponsored or anything. Sierra Candles is just awesome. But yes, hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much for existing, for being here. Big special thank you to my sudsers for existing and being here. If anyone is interested in becoming a sudser, you can hit subscribe, you can comment and have some fun with us in the chit chat, and there you go. Now you're a sudser. So yes, I am gonna go. I need to go stretch after I ran, otherwise my legs are going to not want to run tomorrow. So again, thank you for being here. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of scent testing soapy fun. Bye.